The Marketing Funnel Strategy Show. More leads. More sales. More predictability.
Introducing Jared Hyman, sales and marketing expert. Introducing Serena Carly, marketing and outsourcing expert.
Hello and welcome to the Marketing Funnels and Strategy Show. Super excited for today's episode. You with the wonderful Serena. How are you today?
Me? I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Doing absolutely marvelous. Thanks so much for asking, as always. So today, guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through, just giving you guys a bit of an update as to what's been going on our end. It's been a crazy last few weeks. So we wanted to share with you a little bit about what's been going on our end as well. And what I want to do is talk to you about, just recently we've redone our whole battle plan method around a lot of the big updates that's happened recently when it comes to social media. You already see there's been some massive changes over the last coming months just gone, and it's still going to continue to change in the coming months. So we've done some big re-strategizes based on, today's market right now, what's going on, because really what sort of happened, over the last couple of years or the last sort of 18 months has changed a lot of things. And the world of marketing has changed from what it was about 18 months ago now. So we've redone the whole battle plan marketing method, and we've put it in 8-step system now to be able to help clients, customers, businesses, whatever that is, to be able to scale online predictably, right? Because we've found without these certain pieces within these 8 steps, if there's one thing missing, someone fails, and they fail drastically as well. And these are the missing pieces. This is the reason why some people run marketing campaigns and they fail to be able to generate ROI, because there's one of these 8 steps, if not more of these 8 steps missing. So we're going to be sharing with you one step today, which is, I would say, the most important step today, because the whole idea, because if you don't have this just one step, you'll fail the rest, right? And if you are missing, and this one step can give you the ability to be able to implement all of the other bits and pieces that come into the battle plan marketing method 2.0, we like to call it, actually, which has developed itself to what it is today to get predictable results. We've had clients generate over 1,000 leads a week. We've had clients be able to do, on average, on very small budgets of like even $5 a day, between 37 to 59 plus leads in 28 days or less. We've even had clients do a lot more than that on smaller budgets once again. But every brand is slightly different, and the main goal is never leads to be able to grow a business. It is appointments, conversations, and sales, right? Which is what gives you a return on investment from your advertising. And if you're missing one of these 8 parts of the method, you will fail drastically. So if you are failing with your advertising right now, you've got to listen in, because this first step will help you get over all the rest. First of all, I wanted to share with you guys, we just had a few big sort of updates recently that I wanted to share with you guys. We had our 6-figure course creator clients just started today for their free challenge that we developed to show them how to, create, market, and sell their core online courses, right? They just started today, literally first day, and we had 123 people start the course today in the group. So that's super, super, super exciting. And a few other little updates. We've got a really exciting announcement coming about Wednesday this week. Could be something exciting. Could be a great wealth of knowledge coming on Not going to mention anything more than that. If you have some ideas of what it might be, you can just let us know below in the comments, and I'm going to leave that at that. We've got a really exciting announcement coming this Wednesday, and it could be at 9 a.m. Perth time, right? It could be 9 a.m. Perth time. How exciting is it, Serena, about Wednesday? The interview we've got coming on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Are you muted?
I'm trying to think like, oh, what's coming that I'm not too sure about? I had to go and check it out to see what it was.
Come on, you know what it is. You know what it is. Even Serena's intrigued now.
No, I know what it is now, so it's okay. You know, sometimes it's hard to go a couple of days ahead when you're so busy with the current day, you know. So I deal mostly with the current day, and then that night, look, what have we got tomorrow? And then get excited.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's really exciting as well. So I wanted to share those wins with you guys and some exciting stuff. So make sure you're here on the page at 9 a.m. Perth time, which is 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That is 1 p.m. New Zealand time. And there's also minus 7 hours. What's minus 7 hours off 8? It's 1 a.m. UK time. 2 a.m. UK time, roughly. Is that right?
No, 1 a.m. 1 a.m.
2. Minus 7 a.m. It's 9 o'clock. 9 a.m. minus 7 is 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
So, yes. So make sure you're around for that time on Wednesday. Going to be super excited for that. Okay, so Serena, let's talk about this, right? Because the battle plan method we've had in place for a while. We're just redoing and put in place a 2.0 version, right? And, you know, quite often we see clients come to us and they're like, you know, my ads aren't working. I tried it before, it didn't work. I boosted a post, I got a few likes, and that's about it. I, you know, got more people to comment on my posts and like my posts. That's great. I didn't get any likes. I didn't get any comments. I didn't get any, you know, likes on my page. I haven't got a following, anything like that. How often do we have people come to us saying this to us?
Well, I think it would be most of the time and lots of the time, because that's the people who need the help the most. You know, if they're trying to do everything themselves and they don't fully understand what they're doing, they get lost in the whole system of trying to do many different things rather than focused on what they're good at and let the experts do it, or, you know, learn properly how to do it, which can detract them from, you know, something else. So they need something that can show them the way to make it more simple.
Yes, 100%, totally agree. You do. You need it to be simple. You need it to be like process driven. You need it to be like when you're first starting out in marketing, right? It's quite a scary thing, right? To put yourself out there, to get in front of more people. You know, hey, what happens if I spend this money? I don't get a return on my investment. You know, there's all these different things that are going through people's minds. And, you know, I think back to, you know, when one of our case clients came to us going back January last year. She's been working with us for about 18 months now. She was when she first started working with us, she was doing 10 grand a month. Now she does 12 to 13 grand a week. And she's just moved into a brand new premises for her business. Now, when she first came to us, that fear that set in, that, you know, hey, what if this doesn't work? Or, you know, I don't want to spend this extra money, or what, and all these different things that went through her head when she first started with us. There was this first part of the battle plan method that she had right when she first started. And, you know, despite the fear, she decided to do it anyway and start working with us. And literally, we run everything for her now. She's stepped away out of marketing. She's got personal assistants, all this type of stuff now as well going on. But the reason why she was successful with it was because, number one, she was coachable. Number two, she was willing to implement. Number three, she backed herself. Number four, she basically just implemented everything that was told, and basically the advice that was given, she would switch it, she'd change it, she'd move fast Okay. Speed was one thing that she had really, really nailed down in the process. And this is what it comes to with the first step of the battle plan marketing method is you got to get your mind right, right? The mindset game that comes into marketing and the way that you got to look at things is got to be different to the thought patterns that you've had in the past. For a lot of people, what happens is when they first start marketing, they look for really fast results and they want it today or yesterday, or they're desperate when they first decide to get started in the marketing game. And if you switch this across to like the stock market, for example, right? If you expect results overnight from your stock market activities with no knowledge, no nothing, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you are buying real estate, right, and you're looking at, negatively geared property and all this type of stuff, when you can quite simply get cash flow positive, which is positive, like which can be done. I know a guy here in Perth that has properties that were previously rented out for $400-500 a week, now rent out for $1,000 a week, and cash flow positive properties. His name's Neil Gibb. And he does an exceptional job at what he does. Why? Because he has a different mindset to the normal people, right? He thinks differently. He's got an investor's or an entrepreneurial mindset, right? And he's had that mind shift into the possibilities of what's going on. And marketing is no different at all. You must think like an investor. You must think like an entrepreneur. You must think like someone who is different to the person that you are right now. You must start thinking like your customers as well, okay, or your clients. Because if you can really switch to more of that investor, like have that mind shift to an investor, Robert Kiyosaki says it best. He's got the employee, self-employed, then he's got the business owner and the entrepreneur, I think it was, right? So it's like the cash flow quadrant, right? And you've got to switch yourself from being on the left-hand side to switching to that right-hand side, being a business owner, entrepreneur, investor. I think it actually was business owner and investor, I think, from memory. The cash flow quadrant has been so long since I've seen that. But you got to start thinking very differently to what you are now if you want to be successful in the online game. If you want to be able to generate leads, if you actually want to turn them into sales, you got to think really, really differently. Serena, like when you think about it, the mind shifts that we've had to have over the last 12 months as well, and we've had some ups, big ups, we've had some downs, we've had some challenges when growing and things like that as well. And we see it with companies every single day as well, going through a lot of the same things, right? And keeping the mind strong on task and things like that, especially with what's been going on in the world and everything as well. Like it's a real thing, isn't it? And it can be a challenge for a lot of people, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of distraction out there at the moment, and sometimes the distraction is very negative. So, it's really important that you try and take your attention away from distraction, ignore it, get rid of it, get it out of your life, and actually focus forward for a start. And to do that, sometimes you have to be not nasty to people. But, I've had it come at me a couple of times, and I just say, I'm actually working in a bit of like D5 energy at the moment. I don't want the D3 energy. And I find that sometimes if people are already down in that type of energy system, whatever it is, they want to bring you down there with them so they've got someone to commiserate with. And some people are very happy to do that because you've sort of been conditioned to, always say like an employee or something like that. So you've got to take your mind away from that, focus forward, be around the people who are thinking forward, who are just thinking and doing what needs to be done to grow, rather than, oh my God, this is going to happen. If I do that, that's going to happen. It's really a big mindset needed, really big.
It is 100%. And it's the biggest thing with business and the ability to be able for a business to grow. When we broke down of the 140 odd clients that we've worked with now, most successful were the ones that had a very specific type of mind shift and thing about them and the way they operate. And, you know, when you've seen that many clients across, you know, about 20 odd different industries, right, then it kind of gets to a point where you go, okay, there's a trend here, right? We've spoken with thousands of business owners, and we keep in touch with thousands of business owners every single month as well. We call them, we talk to them, we chat with them, right? Some we don't, some we speak to message banks, like all that sort of stuff as well, right? So we don't speak with all of them every single month, but we're speaking with heaps of new people every single month. And we find that, you know, some of the ones that haven't done anything yet, right, are still haven't done anything yet when we speak to them next month, the month after that, the month after that, the month after that. And they're just spinning this little wheel, right? Expecting different results, wanting to do different things, still going through the same process of just really slow, right? And not doing the actions that are going to move themselves forward, right? And the only way that anybody is ever going to move forward is if they actually physically do something that will send them in that trajectory, right? And when it comes to this 2.0 version, right, it's been brought about because of a lot of the stuff that went on in the pandemic, and, you know, the people that have had real growth through this period. And we're talking about like businesses as well, right, that, you know, have been affected by the pandemic, but they then switched up what it was that they were doing, or had a very specific way of shifting the way that they think, because they've got that investor entrepreneurial type mindset, and they have come out of it on the other end successful, right? And we're talking also brick and mortar businesses that did close down for periods of time and for a long time, right? Had to switch up their whole business in order to stay afloat, and still managed to do that, and still managed to be able to get excessive growth as well, right? So this is what we've come across and what we've seen, and the people that we've spoken to, and exactly why people are doing so well right now. And this is why we've created that 2.0 version, to really give people exactly what it's going to take for them to, you know, get the return on their investment from their marketing, right? And this is the first step.
I think it's surprising.
What do you think?
Well, I think it's surprising too how people are, you know, when we're taking the action and moving forward, at how well that they're doing, because a lot of people sort of thought with everything going on, everything was going to be a failure and nobody was going to survive. But, you know, I think the turnaround at like, oh my goodness, you know, this works, that works, and different ways of looking at how to do something has made a huge difference to a lot of businesses. Huge difference, I should say.
Huge difference, yeah. And it's usually like, and what it comes to is why I say it's coachable. It's the coachability. It's like the, you know, working towards certain outcomes. It's the people that move fast. It's the people that, you know, do what it is that we teach this process as well, that actually do get the results. There's one thing that I've done with every single one of my coaches, and Serena actually mentioned this morning as well. You know, the ability to implement what it is that you learn, right, and the things that people teach, and to find out a way to go, okay, cool, now that I've learned this, how could I integrate this into what we do as well to be able to emulate the same results, right? And this is the reasons why we see some people that are ultra uber successful and those that aren't online as well, because of these reasons. Anything further you want to add to that, Serena, or any other thoughts you've had around it at all?
No, I just sort of think that, you know, people will go to many different places to, I say no and then I start saying something. So, but people will start going to places to learn different things, and sometimes it's like little shiny nuggets put in front of them. And, you know, obviously they get conditioned to see a title and then think it's something they need, and they'll go to all the different ones. And often or not, they don't implement what they are looking at or purchasing or getting for free or whatever. Especially if they get it for free, they tend to grab it and put it behind the scenes for later on, but a lot of them never get back to it, you know. It depends on whether you're right brain or left brain, I think, one of those. But anyway, you know, so if they can get into a habit of actually finding the gold nugget that's going to make the difference, and knowing by, I guess that's a knowing you just sort of have to have by looking at it and starting to implement stuff. As soon as they start seeing a difference, and they have to keep following through with that to know that they might be onto something, rather than bits and pieces of everything and bits and pieces of nothing.
100%, 100%. And that's all valid points as well, right? For people to be successful, we've got to do things differently. And it all starts with us as well. And it's like, how can I shift myself to become somebody that I am not at the moment? And how have I got to think? That doesn't mean that you won't feel fear, or you won't be worried about things or anything like that. Yes, it still happens with all of us, right? And it doesn't matter what it is, right? And I've had, you know, clients on the phone crying with me because think that they're not sure what to do to be able to move forward, to do things differently. And, you know, when we chat with them on the phone, we can find out in 5 minutes exactly what they've got to do, less than 5 minutes exactly what they've got to do in order to move forward. Everything always gets solved. So, you know, where the will, there's a way. There's always a way to be able to find out what to do. And sometimes you just need someone there to be able to bounce the ideas off and exactly what's got to happen to move forward. And marketing's no different, right? And the battle plan marketing method, you know, if you look at it as a whole, right, it's designed to be able to go through the 8 main steps in a step-by-step format as to, you know, get the result, which is, the result is sales for your business, okay? So you follow the process to get to the sales, to monetize the social media side of things, to be able to grow your influence, grow your brand, and, you know, scale it as.
You just cut out then. Jared, you just cut out.
Phones went flat and it muted me.
Shit happens when you least expect it.
Yeah, see, you got to adapt, right? Shut them off, kick them aside, unmute myself.
Yeah. Oh, how did you hit mute?
Hey?
Oh, when that batteries ran out,
Yeah.
it muted you. Gotcha.
Muted when that's it.
You'll have to
That's
repeat
it.
that last bit you said now.
I don't know. I was in the flow. I don't know what I said now.
I don't know.
have no idea.
We couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't know what I said now. When I'm in the flow, I just I talk and I say what's on my mind, and if I'm interrupted, I lose it. Right? So you know, there you guys get to see live. I'm no different to anybody else. Okay.
The hand language might help. You were going like this. Would that help?
I have no idea. It was something going in some direction, right? Moving forward, maybe. Who knows? Awesome. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody, today. Really appreciate you all jumping on. What I want you to do, if you find this session valuable at all, type value below in the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. If you have some questions for future episodes as well that you would like us to answer, we're happy to answer those for you as well. For those of you that are in our communities as well, we'll be running private trainings for you that are seeing us from our community as well. So if you are live there, let us know that you're live in the comments, and we will be sharing with you guys some things live as well. So thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate you all jumping on. Anything further you want to add today, Serena, before we wind it up?
No, I think it broke the what's it called it when you focus. It broke the focus, I think, when you lost your thingamajig. Completely lost the track of the thought.
These things happen. But let us know below if you have any questions or anything. Just let us know below in the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. Just remember this one thing. If you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day you must get out there. Every single day you must take action. Every single day you must make it happen. And remember to be the warrior. We'll see you guys Wednesday, 9 a.m. for this secret special live that we're going to be doing on this page. So make sure you get back. Make sure you are seeing everything first so you don't miss a thing. Speak to you all soon. Cheers.
Ciao.